In this video, we're diving into how to access and use phpMyAdmin inside your Hostinger panel so that you can manage your website's database without freaking out or feeling like you're about to break something. What's going on, everyone? My name's Eric Hunsaker, and on this channel, we cut through the fluff and make website tasks feel simple, even the more technical ones. And honestly, phpMyAdmin seems complicated until you actually open it. Once you understand the layout, the buttons, and the basic flow, it's way easier than it looks. A lot of people get nervous the first time they hear the word database. It makes you picture hackers typing in dark rooms or developers with 6 monitors writing code at lightning speed. And the cool thing about Hostinger is that everything's in one place. You don't have to install phpMyAdmin yourself or dig through a bunch of weird menus. It's built into hPanel and honestly pretty smooth to work with once you understand where everything lives. So today we're going to walk through everything you need to know, from accessing phpMyAdmin to navigating the interface to importing and exporting databases and even making small edits for optimizations. So whether you're restoring a backup, moving your site, troubleshooting WordPress errors, or just trying to understand what all the WP_something tables actually mean, you'll feel way more confident by the end of this tutorial. Why this matters. So your database is basically the brains of your website. Even if you never touch it, the site that you see on the front end, your blog posts, your pages, your comments, your users, all of that is stored in the database. If it gets corrupted, missing, or messed up, your site can break even if the files look perfect. So understanding phpMyAdmin gives you a lot more control. You can troubleshoot problems, restore backups, clean up junk data, or even migrate your whole site without needing a developer. And for WordPress users especially, knowing your way around phpMyAdmin is a huge advantage. Helps you fix things like login issues, plugin conflicts, missing posts, corrupted tables, broken pages, slow databases, and most fixes end up being like 1 or 2 clicks once you know where to look. So who's this video for? It's for beginners, completely. Even if you have no experience with databases, this tutorial will walk you through everything step by step in normal language. The goal is just to help you feel comfortable and know the basics. So if you're managing a WordPress site, an online store, a portfolio, a service business site, whatever, phpMyAdmin is a tool that you'll want in your toolbox eventually. All right, 1, accessing phpMyAdmin and Hostinger. So let's start with the basics, just getting into phpMyAdmin. Now, first things first, if you don't already have an account with Hostinger, now's probably the best time to get one. You see, at the time of recording, they're currently running their Black Friday special. So if you click the link down in the description, it'll bring you to this page right here, where as you can see, they're doing 85% off. So just click on claim the deal here and it'll bring you down to their 2 most popular plans. They got the premium website builder and the business website builder. Premium starts at $1.95 per month, and that's for a 48-month term. The business website builder is $2.75 a month. That's for a 48-month term. So you can go ahead and look at the differences here real quick, but for this example, I'll go ahead and click on choose plan. We'll go with the premium website builder for this. Now here, you just got to do one more thing. You just got to select your term. Obviously, the longer term you commit to, the better savings you're going to get, like 48 months. That's the longest you can commit to and get the most savings. So technically, you're going to save $528. So for 4 years, $93.60. But there's more. If you come into the coupon code, you type in my first website, click apply, then you can see that price drop even further. It's going down to $84.24 for 4 years of hosting with Hostinger. That's pretty insane. So if you were ever looking to get started with your website, now is the best time of year to get started. So just click the link down below in the description and use code MyFirstWebsite at checkout. Once you're logged in, this is what it should look like. So this is the part that mess people up the most because every hosting company hides it in a different place. But in Hostinger, it's pretty straightforward. Step 1, log into hPanel. Once you're inside, you'll see all your website tools laid out in blocks. Step 2, navigate to the databases section. So we'll scroll through the database until you find the database section on the left-hand side. Hostinger moves sections around depending on your layout, so it might be under website, advanced, or just directly in your main dashboard. So here I am inside of my Hostinger account. We're at the home page here. We'll go ahead and click on websites. I'll go to the website that I want to go to. We'll go ahead and click on dashboard right here next to that. And then over here on the left-hand side, I'm looking for databases. And then we can see phpMyAdmin right here. So step 3, find phpMyAdmin. So we want to click on that phpMyAdmin, and this will launch a new window or just open the tab like it has for mine here. Step 4, select your database. Okay, so here we are. We can go ahead and enter in any of these. So let's say I want to enter into this database here. We'll go ahead and click on it, and that'll open up phpMyAdmin. Section 2, navigating the phpMyAdmin interface. Once phpMyAdmin opens, the interface can look a little overwhelming, but it's really just a big control panel with a bunch bunch of tabs and table names. So let's break down what you're looking at here. So the sidebar, on the left-hand side, your tables. On the left, you'll see a list of all the tables in your database. Tables are basically folders of information. For example, WP_posts is your blog posts and pages. WP_users are your user accounts. WP_comments are your comments. WP_post meta is the extra hidden settings for posts. So you don't need to memorize this, but knowing the basics helps you find what you're looking for. The main panel on the right side. So these are the details. When you click a table, the right side updates with the tables at the top, like browse, structure, search, insert, export, import, SQL, operations. These are the tools that you'll use, and each one has a clear purpose. Browse tab. This is where you'll see the actual data, the rows and columns. So if we come over here, we go to WP posts, we click on that. Here we are under browse. We can go ahead and see these different posts here. Structure tab. This shows you the blueprint of the table. Column, names, data types, indexes, etc. Now you don't need this often unless you're doing deep troubleshooting. Insert tab. Used to add new rows manually. Now most beginners never touch this, and that's fine. Search tab. This is helpful if you're trying to find a specific value, maybe like URL that you want to replace across the database. Export/import tab. So these are the 2 stars of the show. These are what you'll use when backing up your database, restoring a backup, migrating your site, fixing corrupted tables, and then there's the SQL tab. So if you ever follow a tutorial that tells you to run this SQL command, this is where it goes. 3, importing a database. So importing is usually part of 2 main tasks: moving your site to a new hosting provider and restoring a backup after something breaks. And honestly, it sounds way scarier than it actually is. Step-by-step import process. So select the database that you want to import into. Click the import tab at the top and choose the file and select your .SQL file. Leave format set to SQL. Scroll down and click go. That's it. If your file is clean and the database isn't too large, it'll take a few seconds and then show a green success message. Common import errors. So this is where people start to panic. So let me walk you through the big ones. Error number 1, file too large. Hostinger and most hosts have upload limits. If your database is huge, then you can compress it or split it into multiple files, or use Hostinger's backup restore feature instead. Error number 2, incorrect database selected. If you import into the wrong database, yeah, it'll look chaotic. Just delete the wrong tables and re-import into the correct one. Error number 3, incorrect file format. So you must import .SQL file or a .SQL.zip file. Exporting a database. So exporting is the single most important habit that you can build as a website owner. You should export your database anytime you're about to update plugins, switch themes, migrate your website, make major changes, troubleshoot weird behavior. So how to export. So for example, if I want to go ahead, come over here and click on this right here, we go to export, format SQL, we'll do the quick and then hit export. When to use the custom option. So the custom export is useful when you only want certain tables, you want compression, you need a smaller file, you're troubleshooting a specific part of your site. So for example, if your WP_options table is causing issues, then you can export everything but that one. 5, editing data with phpMyAdmin. Editing a row. Let's say you want to reset your WordPress admin email or change a URL. Click the table, for example, WP_users or WP_options. Hit browse, find the row you want, click the edit icon, the little pencil, update the value, click go, and that's it. Examples of real edits you might make. Fixing a broken homepage URL, resetting a plugin setting, changing the WordPress site URL, removing a corrupted entry, updating user roles. 6, optimizing your database. So every WordPress site collects junk over time. phpMyAdmin lets you clean it up with a couple of clicks. How to optimize your database. Click your database and go to structure and check all the tables at the bottom. Choose optimize table from the drop down, click go. phpMyAdmin will rebuild and clean your tables. It usually takes a few seconds and can help speed up your site. phpMyAdmin feels technical, but once you spend even 10 minutes inside the dashboard, it becomes way less intimidating. You don't need to be a developer, and you definitely don't need to understand every single tool in there. Hostinger makes the whole experience even easier by keeping everything in one place inside of hPanel. So the next time something breaks, or you just need to restore a backup, or maybe you want to migrate your site, you'll know exactly where to go and what to do. So if you want to get started with Hostinger, we've got that link for you down in the description below. And don't forget to use code MyFirstWebsite at checkout during their Black Friday Friday sale. This is an affiliate link, which means we do earn a small commission when you use it at no extra cost to you. And these commissions really help support the channel and allow us to continue to create free content just like this. So if you end up using it, we thank you so much in advance. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another video. Here on the channel, we make videos on how to create websites, explore different website builders, discuss domain names, and so much more, so be sure and subscribe. But other than that, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you here in the next video.